Yo, 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 welcome back to the boat. We had a little short break, but we're coming to you on Sunday night, last night in the NBA season, April 12th. Checking in from back in Austin, Texas. It's Michael Smith, aka Smitty. What it do?
Hey yo, it's Marcus J. End of the Bulls season. Thank God, I'm finished.
Man, come pull up in the Midwest, man. It's D Ferg, man. I'm glad the Bulls are going home. They need a long, hard, just sit in reflection time with themselves to think about how trash they were this season.
What do
They
you
just they
know?
just they just need
An
to sit there and
indignant,
just think.
an indignant Bulls fan to end the season.
Yep.
Something, something they have
They
grown
just
very, very accustomed to.
they just oh my God. Somebody said like Patrick Williams was the worst statistically NBA player. He's the
If
worst player in the league statistically.
I was arguing on YouTube. Someone was talking about Patrick Williams needs more minutes. I'm like, dude, he's been in the league for 5, 6 years.
Bruh.
He, he's
He don't
played
need, he
all.
don't respectfully, he needs less minutes. Because
He,
the more
What do,
he's not doing anything with the minutes he's been given.
I
Who's
said,
what do
bro,
we
less?
he's
said? We said
averaging.
we last week we said that Draymond Green was the Michael Jordan of Grant Williams, or something of that order. Patrick Williams is the Scala Bissiere of Grant Williams.
Lord, I,
He's
I think
just
that's too
so
high for him. Even attaching his name to he's like he's like the freaking Scoot Henderson of Tony Snell's. That's what he is.
hey don't hey hey
Hey,
don't
Scott, you forgot how bad Scala Bissiere is.
That's
hey
facts.
hey don't put that smut on Tony Snell and Scoot Henderson.
Oh
Hey,
man,
They
Tony
don't
Tony
need that
Snell
smut.
Tony Snell managed to play like what 20 minutes and get a triple zero one
triple
time.
zero. He was
I
more
just
active. At least he wasn't missing jumpers. He just wasn't taking none.
I don't know what I'd rather have.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tony Snell, 100 times out of 100.
oh, I definitely take Tony. I take Tony Snell right now.
y'all are scarred as Bulls fans on that one.
Like right now, I take Tony Snell right now, just to make sure he get the health care for his family.
Yeah, give him that 10th year. Patrick
Right,
definitely
I
don't
take him
deserve
right
it.
now. I
Patrick
take
don't
him right
deserve
now.
10 years. He don't deserve 5. Get him out of here. We got 3 more years on contract with him. That's the crazy thing. It's just beginning.
Truly, truly
You got three
scarred Bulls
more.
fans.
3, bro, he got a player option. He gonna take that player option.
You got no choice. Option? What option? He said, "This is
What
my only
option?
choice. This is my
After
only
that,
choice."
Shanghai Sharks.
Brother. I
You
like I said, I
learn
don't
Chinese, buddy.
I don't necessarily root for a guy to lose, but I'm just like he's just so bad, man. Like it's just like he adds nothing to an already bad team. At the very least, you would think like okay, like he would you know what I'm saying he would kind of be cooking. It's like dude, like what's stopping you from cooking? Like you literally have no one that's like you know what I'm saying. Like you should be just like going. It's like brother, he's just so bad. I'm just every time I think about Patrick Williams, I'm just like respectfully, hey, you fought to be in the league. I just don't want you in Chicago.
Uh,
Like I just don't want you in Chicago. I just don't look, sell your home in Chicago. Don't visit Chicago. Like, just go home. I just treat him like Roger from Sister Sister. Go home,
Go
Patrick.
home, Patrick.
Go
Home
home.
is home is in Chicago right now, but y'all want him to find a new home with the
Mm.
quickness.
Yeah, just sell it and say just go. It's time to go.
Well, we're coming to you also, can't forget, on Masters Sunday, Roy McIlroy just wrapped up being the
He
fourth person
did.
ever to go back to back in the Masters, and my company had a dope ad to end the Masters with him too. So got to give a shout out to that.
Yo, yeah, man. I was watching the Masters Marcus, you can take a break from this talk. You don't know nothing about this.
Did not.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it's golf. I feel like is one of them sports where I'm like, yo, while all of us in the hood were trying to be hoopers, people should have been teaching us how to play golf. Because the shots that these dudes make, like when you look at it, you're like, man, that ain't nothing. But then you go out and do that, you realize just how difficult it is. I feel like golf has to be up there with one of the hardest sports to do. And for him, like
Yeah.
to, pretty much, like put like this, Marcus, they play the same course 4 days in a row. So you think about you're playing 18 holes and you're walking. That's about let's say five and a half hours straight that you're
Mhm.
playing golf. and you're doing that 4 days in a row, and you're playing the same course in the sun, blazing heat, and you have to keep beating your score the day before. And this
Dang.
dude, he shot 13 under, bro. Like that's just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Dude
Scotty Scheffler, another Nike athlete, had a chance to tie
had
it
to
on the
take it. Yeah,
17th hole. So, but yeah, shout out to him again, going back to back. He's now up there at six majors, puts him tied near the top of a good list of guys to get six majors. Not very many ahead of him, but we're gonna go ahead and do what we came to do, and that is get into the NBA. Again, it's the last night of the season. We got teams fighting for tanking position, we got teams fighting for play-in position, and we got teams fighting and jockeying for some last second playoff movement. But we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled program with Call Me Crazy this week, and I'm gonna kick it off. And my call me crazy this week is that somebody in the next 2 years is going to score 85 points and top Bam Adebayo's 84 points. And the reason I say that is because now that Bam has done it, he is a player that I think dudes feel I can outscore Bam, so this record feels attainable. When Kobe had it, it was, man, that's Kobe. There's probably even some hesitation towards getting the record because it's like, man, that's Kobe. I'm not Kobe. I don't want to be the one to overpass Kobe. But now it's looked at as Bam is on the trajectory of being a Hall of Famer, but dudes aren't going to feel any type of way about passing up Bam Adebayo, especially in an unethical way that you could say that he did it in. So I think now dudes like Luka, maybe even Shea, Anthony Edwards, there's some big time scores in the league. I think dudes like that are going to look at it like Birdman when he walked across the corner, looking at that record like it's a modern record, like it's very attainable nowadays.
The
So
the
call me
weirdest
crazy.
the weirdest player to jump into it's been a weird season as a whole, to be honest. But the weirdest player to hop in on any kind of topic was Kevin Porter Jr. talking about I'ma beat the record for Kobe. Bro, you are on the Bucks. There, you ain't beating. No, you beat a couple allegations earlier in your career. Otherwise, you're not beating nothing. Absolutely nothing. I would.
Unfortunately, he was beating women. He was beating women.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't even need to know if he beat them charges. But respectfully,
you did.
I don't see it happening in the next 2 years. I think we're all waiting on Wemby to. We all saw Wilt Chamberlain's 100 as like a mythical number and all that kind of stuff. But things are getting weird, and Wemby, not in 2 years. I think like he's like what 22, 23 right now. When he hits the
Uh,
like the early portion of his
22.
peak, yeah, like 25-ish. I think that's when it comes in play. The weird thing about Bam's 83 is that you would have thought if someone's beating that record, they're doing it with like 13 threes. They're doing a record breaking. He had a record breaking in free throws. I don't know if that's going to happen again. He only hit 7 threes, which could be any NBA player any night nowadays. So respectfully disagree, but open a conversation.
I mean, I don't want to say I disagree. I can see it happen, but I feel like the only person I would say the only person, but I can see Wemby hitting it sooner than anybody else because I think he has the potential to be that like otherworldly. You know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. I think Shea, Luca, they can definitely do it. I think they're otherworldly. Um, Heck, I mean, well, one point we had Donovan Mitchell scoring 70. We had, D Book scoring 70. We had Dame
Dame,
scoring 70.
Don't forget we had Lucas score 73.
Had Luca
Embiid,
scores.
We had Embiid
Yeah.
score what, 71 or 72?
something like that.
Dang, we
Yeah.
had we
So
had Carl Anthony Towns get what, 60 something.
60, yeah.
I mean, you got guys that can do it. 2 years, I mean, it's not crazy. I think with the level of talent, yeah, I don't know, man. I think the thing with what I think what takes away from Bam's 83 is because he was rolling. It's the 43 free throws.
Hmm.
I think if he got 83 and had half the free throws, I think it would probably feel more impressive. Because Bam can get a bucket, but I think it would feel even more impressive if he had half the free throws. I think honestly that was the only egregious part where I looked, I'm like, bro, you shot 43 free throws. Like they let you limit them. But like I said, if he turned around and shot, honestly, even if he shot, let's just say 25 to 30 free throws, I probably wouldn't look at it too crazy. But some about 43 free throws just make it seem just absurd. So I don't know. I think I could see Wemby being the next person to score something crazy like that.
I think Bam can get a
You
bucket. I
know
don't
what?
think he's a bucket getter.
Uh, the
Uh
only other record that is probably weirder uh, is that there's a dude named Elmore Smith that holds the most blocks in one game with 17. Now you never heard of him, and in 30 years, people are gonna barely know who Bam is. That's probably the only weirder record, and it's still there. So I mean, this it's
Yeah.
not even a record. I keep tripping. It's a milestone. It's not a record, but it's a
yeah.
weird
Yeah,
freaking
we say
milestone for Bam.
modern day record. I'll be sure to say that.
Right.
Um, so yeah, so level of crazy. Is it scorching? Is it simmering? Like what level of crazy do you think this take is?
It's scorching considering it's been 20 years since someone even dropped more than 80.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
that's where I say again, we act like 2 or 3 years ago, like dudes weren't like casually dropping 70 multiple, like dudes were back to back to back weeks. That's a couple more threes and
Yeah.
a couple more free throws that I think
True.
somebody can do in
True.
the next couple,
But I
couple
mean,
of
but
years.
but even in that season where we had multiple players dropping 70, it wasn't like that was happening every season. You know what I'm saying? So I still think that was like a periods before
The Marcus freeze up on you.
that dude. That's a wild way to freeze up. What is he looking at, boy? That he got to get off that spirit internet, bro. He got to. He got to get off that spirit internet. But no, I mean, I think it's a crazy
Oh
level
man.
of crazy, just because I'm just like you. Even when guys score 70, it wasn't like it was just happening super frequent. You know what I'm saying? That boy froze. I'm about to text him like you froze.
Yeah, he just dropped off. So we'll get him back in a second. But yeah, I mean, I say this knowing that it's probably unlikely,
Yeah.
but I got to give some type of crazy take, and I feel like that one feels very attainable considering who did it. And I feel like if Bam can get 84, it's not disrespect to Bam. I just feel like it makes it where guys are going to look at that record as being more attainable. And if they get to 70, they're going to be like, you know what? Why not try to get 84? And it's
Yeah.
not an easy thing to do. It's just I feel like guys, because it's Bam, I feel like it's more attainable to do.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I think you gotta be rolling, man. I think so much I had to go right. Cause honestly, I think whether the free throws and for them kind of being egregious and giving them some of them points, I think without as many free throws, he probably easily had like a 70 point. You know, I would say I could see him scoring anywhere between like 70 to 73.
Yeah, and I'm not even mad about like the Heat helping them get the record because dang, I'm sitting here watching the Mavericks and Bulls, and the Mavericks are up 13 points, and
There you go, Mavs.
their only regular starter is Coop. So, and the Bulls
There
got
you go,
in
Mavs.
Matt, the Bulls got Matt McClung in. So both of these teams are not even trying to
Yo,
win right now.
you know what? Let me tell you something, man. The disrespect that they give Matt McClung, like, bro, Buddy has earned himself a freaking, you know what I'm saying? He's earned himself a contract, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. It's like, what does he do? What does he do that is different? I'm just like, bro, like, Matt McClung, I feel like right now he like the kid where they just bring him out to kind of showcase him and then just toss him back. And I
Yeah,
feel like he need,
he's that kid in the meme where they got him dancing and he's crying.
yeah. And it's like, bro, he deserves a contract, man. He definitely deserves a contract.
Marcus, whenever you watch the YouTube video, please watch the way that you froze.
Oh, bro, it's
You were drinking your water bottle. I'm not even gonna recreate it, but
What?
you were in the middle of drinking your water bottle with with it on full tilt.
Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
it's
Hey,
it's diabolical, man.
It's Summer Jam screen worthy for sure.
Bro,
kids, stay on the Spotify. Keep your headphones in. Don't this ain't for you. Lord.
Jesus,
That's where
Jesus.
they gotta stop flying Spirit, man.
Bro, I don't know.
It's getting crucial out here.
I thought I had it figured out for a good month in a row, man. Got the Jordan poster in the back, and then now it's you're right, it's back to Spirit. The extendo isn't working anymore, but back to basketball. Back to
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah,
Hey, what
man.
we did say the Mavs right now cooking the Bulls. That's what I'm talking about.
That's, hey, glory be to God. Is it just me? Call me crazy, but we need to get rid of the play-in tournament. I woke up, bro, and I listened to Draymond speak maybe a couple days ago, and he said something like, "We could have lost the last 15 games of the season and still made the play in the 10th seed." And I'm like, "Ain't no way, absolutely no way." And I look, and they are 11 games ahead of the Pelicans right now. The Pelicans are in the 11th seed. The Warriors are in the 10th seed. And then on the other side, the Heat are 11 games in front of the Bucks.
Yeah.
The Heat are the 10th seed, and the Bucks are the 11th seed. And you know what? When I was a teenager, we were in college, whatever it was, we had what they call it, the Philadelphia Sixers. They were called the process back when they were trying to get the number one pick every year, right?
Yeah.
And back then, when the odds were 25%, to the top, I don't know, like two or three teams or the bottom two or three teams, essentially, the tanking was a lot less egregious because only three or four teams really had a chance at getting the top one, two, three picks. So everybody else was competitive. Now done Adam Silver, who I used to be a fan of, he done added all these worst draft odds. He's added the play in, and all it's done is made sure 12 teams are tanking instead of three or four. Am I tripping here?
I think it just basically has created a new line of demarcation for tanking. It used to be that
Yeah,
your team's in the seventh to eighth spot. Yeah, you had the ninth and tenth team still fighting. And when they made the play in, I agreed with it because it was a COVID shortened season and they'd only all played like 72
yeah,
games. So they did the play in for that reason. But the first year or two of the play in, I kind of liked it, but it just became the Bulls and Heat Invitational after a while. And it just started feeling like now, yeah, you're basically just starting to tank a little bit earlier in the year because you're kind of like, well, even if we make the 10th spot, we don't really have a shot to make the playoffs. So if we're not
hmm
going to be a team that's a real threat to do anything in the playoffs, we might as well just start tanking early. So it's I agree with you. I don't think it's a crazy take. I am
I
ready
don't.
to do away with the play-in.
You know,
Yeah, I
go ahead, D.
no, I'm gonna say yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's time to do it with the play in. The only adjustment I enjoy is the whole in season tournament. I like that because I think it kind of
Yeah.
gives us that playoff feel for basketball where those games where you just kind of like I mean think about it, we watch basketball just because we enjoy watching basketball, but from game like 35 to about let's just say what 70 give or take, the games are pretty boring and you can tell they kind of start checking out. They're not because they try not to get hurt, they're trying to preserve their body for later in the season. So I feel like that period right after well, because the play-in is what? Is it right before All-Star or after?
It's
Or
like
before?
end of November, basically.
End of November. So
So,
yeah, so that period, like right after All-Star, you see people kind of start ramping up and they getting serious. But that period before All-Star in November, November to January, it just you just like, man, this feel like meaningless basketball. So I do like the in-season tournament. I feel like with the play-in, it's almost like you're just giving bad teams another chance to like we know you're not making the playoffs. So it's like you're giving it's almost like a participation trophy, it feels like. It's like you're rewarding bad teams with the illusion that they can make the playoffs instead of them just being better to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the craziest part of all this is that there are nine teams straight up tanking. They're under the line. The Pelicans are one game ahead of the Grizzlies, and the Pelicans are not tanking.
They have no reason to tank. They have
No.
no reason to tank.
They just suck. They
Yeah.
they are Zion has played more games this season than any other season except for one season. He's been 62 games healthy this season. They are playing their hearts out every night,
They just bad. Just bad ball club.
bro.
It's
They're
treacherous hours out here.
one game ahead of the Mavericks, who had half their roster injured, half their roster traded, and being led by a rookie Cooper Flag. I mean, this is beside the point, but can we agree that like Zion is? I don't even know if I don't know what tier I don't know what tier Zion is anymore. He's not a superstar. He's not an all star. What is he?
Good, a very good player. That's not an all-star. I think he'll make, if he's healthy, I think he'll make another all-star at some point.
I mean, he was
Yeah.
If
healthy
he
this year though.
if he can stay away from the Instagram and whatever models, I think at some point I think he will make an all-star again. I'm not saying he's a perennial all-star at this point.
Why though?
He,
What has he done?
His
he got to stay
reputation and the team is bad.
he got to stay away from the BBLs and the gumbo, man. He be all right.
Yeah. They're not gonna put somebody in on a terrible team that is a borderline should be an all-star, shouldn't be an all-star. Like his all-star, his numbers were maybe close to all-star worthy, but when you're on a team that bad, there's plenty of other dudes that they feel like are gonna be all-star worthy.
I mean,
Yeah.
what has he shown to ever be an all star again? I mean, as the best player on a team with Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and a few other decent cats, like he didn't make the all star. He if there's another top player on the team, he'll be the second best. He's not making the all star at that point. I don't know, man. Like in a long list of players, I don't even think he's top 50 anymore, if I'm being honest.
He's borderline, but I feel like what you just did there was you buried the body and then you wanted me to pick it, like bring it back up to the surface just so you could try to bury it again.
I mean, give me Pascal Siakam ahead of him.
Right now, yeah, yeah.
This is egregious, but give me Paolo today instead of Zion. You know how I feel about that. Like they're like neck and neck and like 50 and 51 for me.
Yeah, I would probably take Paulo over Zion. I think Zion is super dynamic when he's on the floor. Like he is phenomenal to watch when he's on the floor. But I don't necessarily know if I think Zion's a better player than Paulo right now. I think he's a more dynamic player, but I don't know if he's just a better.
No, that's a tough one to try to even I don't know. I feel like you look for every reason to try to bring in Paolo to an argument. So I'm not gonna let you keep doing it.
They always fit. All the reasons fit. I don't know,
Uh,
man. Just insane.
hey man, like I said, I think I don't know. I mean, I think it's the same, but I know something else is the same. Keeping with the call me crazy is I think it's time the league just do away with the 65 games.
Yeah.
I think it's just time to just lean away from. I understand that the initiation and implementation of it was to get guys to play. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much so everybody can be Kawhi. I get that. But I think what you're starting to see now is I think near the end of the season, we're starting to see, and I hate calling the players the product, but you're starting to see the product become more damaged. You know what I'm saying? And quite frankly, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody talk about MJ, like MJ always played because a kid, they never seen him play. I totally get that. And I get that something has to be done for the just load management. But I also want to see the best players near the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? When it comes time fighting for spots. And I just feel like we have guys that like I feel like even just like a Giannis situation. He wants to play, team won't clear him. Now you start meeting you Mike said that Matt McClung is the Michael Jordan of the professors. Let me tell you something. Matt McClung, man. Hey, just we
I
ain't no
say he's the best. I say he's the best. He's the best of the professors.
that's crazy because you're not wrong. But I just think, man, like I just think it's time to get rid
Oh
of.
baby. Oh baby.
I just think it's time to get rid of like the 6-5 game, man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're having discussions like, okay, well, Luka gets hurt. Well, now is he in danger of not getting a certain awards because he didn't hit the threshold or something with K happened. I'm just like, bro, like this, let's just go straight on their merits. Like, hey, if you played 35 games, but this guy played 65 games and he was able to play better in the 65 than you did 35, you should get the award. Like, just straight up, what have you done? You know what I'm saying? I just think this whole like 65 games, I feel like you have players just trying to meet this threshold. They're probably coming back sooner than what they need to, and they probably need to sit out another 10 games, but they're trying to come back in 5. And then you got like a situation like the Bucks where like the Giannis trying to come back, but the Bucks don't want to let him come back. Now you messing with his money and that. I'm just like, bro, it just gets too convoluted, bro. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like it gets too micromanaging, to me.
I think the heart of the rule was a good rule, but I think
Yeah,
it essentially said we don't trust the voters to make their own decisions. So
correct.
we're going to put a rule in place that says you can't vote for this guy if he plays less than 65 games. And I
Yeah,
think it really hasn't made guys sit out less for resting. It's just essentially made guys come back sooner from injuries that they probably should be sitting out longer for. So I think this had
exactly.
an opposite effect. But I'm going to counter argue that and say that I think Adam Silver has made so many different moves to try to like throw gum at a wall or darts at a wall and see what sticks. I mean, you look at the All-Star game and it feels like every year the rule
It's something
changes in the
different.
All-Star game. And the tanking situation, it feels like they're always talking about something with the All-Star with the tanking situation. So I just feel like he's probably going to dig his heels on something that he probably shouldn't soon enough. And I feel like this might be the thing because I don't think people absolutely like are calling and burning the house down to change this rule. I think there's enough guys this year where it does look like a bad rule. But I just think Adam Silver is starting to get to the point where he's losing a lot of traction among fans and among players where he used to be. I mean, honestly, Donald Sterling thing, that was a layup. I feel like he got an easy one early on as a decision with that. But it feels like for him to be where he was with his Q rating at his start of his time as commissioner compared to where he's at now, there's a big gap. And so I feel like he can't look he's got to be a commissioner that has a little bit more backbone and
Yeah.
stands firm on something. And I feel like this might be the thing
Well,
that he does more.
I think the thing is he became the commissioner that tried to please everybody. Which
Yeah.
which with David Stern, it was pretty much which for everything that was wrong with it, my way or the highway, you kind of respected it because the
Yeah.
league operated at a certain frequency. You know what I'm saying? So David Stern is like, look, we doing this. Well, we don't like that. Well, I'm glad you got that out. We're still doing it this way. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think Adam Silver's he's wanting to be the more like player friendly, which I can appreciate that. But it's kind of like, well, is it really player friendly if I'm telling you like, hey, you can't miss you have to play 65 games. So now you have a like so I think about the playoffs last year, right? Does Tyrese does Tyrese blow out his Achilles if he had more time to rest and not have to worry about certain things? You know what I'm saying? Was there something this and I get this is just like throwing out, I'm not saying this is true or not. I'm just throwing out a scenario. Like, what if, because I remember he had, the hamstring coming into the playoffs, da da da. What if he was able to actually rest that hamstring, right? And just sit the couple games, da da da.
I mean,
If he doesn't blow that Achilles, we have a different we actually can see like, we got the two best teams at this point going together. Let's just see who wins, who choke, powers this out.
he wasn't playing to be eligible for the All NBA. He missed the All Star game. He missed All NBA, so that really wasn't even for him. But I think you're more so talking about shortening the 82 game season. I mean, that's what it sounds a little bit more like because the essentially the two players that were below the 55 game threshold that's made All NBA multiple times.
Oh,
Kawhi
Any
Leonard,
Kawhi Leonard's one of them.
Steph Curry,
Now, who's the other face of the NBA?
and no,
The
is
face
it Ant?
the face of the NBA the past 20 years.
LeBron.
It's been LeBron.
Oh yeah,
That's those are the two that actually messed up the rule, and people don't actually realize it's LeBron because he's so impactful. But those Lakers, 2 or 3 Lakers seasons after they won the championship, he was playing 45 games, 55 games, things like that. Anthony Davis, I think, it was close to there as well. And these are the guys that are making All NBA. Now their names are etched in history because LeBron made All NBA for 21 years straight or something crazy like that, and Kawhi
yeah.
still an All NBA. but it was essentially more so about the older players resting, but the younger guys are being penalized for it. That's kind of the frustrating part. I think what they need to do is maybe change it to a minutes amount or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like there should be more layers to this, which allows.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of it altogether, but if we're not going to shorten the NBA season, there's got to be like a different layer. Like, okay, you could still make the third NBA All NBA third team if you make 60 games.
So my thing, so I guess I won't say devil's advocate, but my question is, what was different from, let's just say, Jordan's era, where these guys are playing 82 games?
They
They
weren't
felt
though.
more,
They
but
weren't.
they weren't right. But I feel like Jordan's era, early 2000s, players felt like they were more durable. I think athleticism and skill set is much higher, but the players now don't feel as durable. So I wonder, what is the disconnect from then to now, where you can
I think it's
have
a
the
lot of
skill
things.
level and everything. Look, because I look at it like, you have the skill level, you have the athleticism, you have the trainers, you have the facility. So what is it? What key piece are they missing that they can pull from that? Again, I'm not saying you're gonna play all 82. I just think the body can only take so much, but the players
Kids
just
are
don't feel as
playing.
durable.
Kids are playing 100 games a year. I mean, you're listening to even
True.
baseball. Baseball, they got kids having little league arm surgery at 12 years old because they're pitching too much. And then you look at
That's
AAU basketball, and kids are playing 30 games a year, 40 games a year in high school, and then you turn around and
True.
play another 60 games in the summer. They didn't do that in the 70s, the 80s. Like they played in the summer, they played their high school season, but they played a lot less games. They weren't playing 3 or 4 games. So you got guys coming in the NBA that have played upwards of 1,000 games in their lives.
Yeah.
And do you see a lot of these guys coming from Europe?
This
You
dude
see,
dropped again.
you don't see as many European guys. Like, yeah, Giannis is kind of getting into his 30s and kind of experiencing some durability issues. You see them at times with nagging injuries, but it doesn't feel like the percentage of guys coming over from overseas having these
Yeah.
just debilitating chronic injuries year after year after year. It doesn't feel like it's happening at
So
that
so
same
it's
rate.
it's it's so it's probably like a American grassroots problem that we're missing, where we're, like you said, we're playing kids. Kids are playing too many games. Well, honestly, which I think, I think that's another conversation. Kids are probably playing too many games, where, quite frankly, they probably should just be practicing more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
understanding the game, understanding the footwork, understanding the fundamentals. Because then I think even in the NBA, you'll have a better product where what I'm saying, the athleticism matches the IQ, matches the skill set, the footwork. Like, it'll almost be like watching European players on steroids, because you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. I think it's just something has to give. Like I said, I mean, maybe you get rid of the 65 game minimum. Maybe you add more layers. Maybe this starts as grassroots, because I mean, we all know that AAU is a money grab. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, you're 10 years old. Why are you traveling? Like, go to the park, bro. Go to the park, go hoop with your friends. Like, let's just bring some of that back. Like, you're 10 years old, paying $1,000 for a trainer. You know what I'm saying? When to get to the NBA is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the chance of that is slim to none, big dog. You have to be otherworldly. You have to have a lot of
Yeah.
God-given, you know what I'm saying, ability to get there.
I think ultimately the rule is the rule, but I do think they need to add in, and it's hard because you're gonna always find a way around it. But I saw a stat tonight that I mean Lucas played 64 games, but he still has the most total points. So you're telling me the guy that scored the most total points in the season is not going to be eligible to win an award?
Right.
And that's not just per game. That's like if you take the total number of points that he scored this season, he still scored more than anybody.
that's
And
freaking.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you penalize a player like that because he had to take an extra game to heal up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get 65 games. No. I can't go. Like, my body physically cannot do it. So I don't know, man. I think we gotta warp it or change it somehow. But I don't know.
Well, yeah, it could definitely be long argued and long debated. We'll see what happens eventually, but we're going to go ahead and take it over to make them say huh for the week. And we saw Pooh Shiesty rob and steal from Gucci Mane about a couple weeks ago, to which Gucci Mane basically came on Instagram or some. He came on a live feed essentially and said that I'm not saying anything to the feds. I'm not saying nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't talking to nobody. And Gucci Mane, as much as anybody, seems like he's about the code of the streets. And I can't say I personally would abide because I am not built for prison. If anything ever happens and there's ever a threat of me going to jail or going to prison, I am singing like a caged bird. So just know that if you ever commit a crime around me, like I'm snitching. Like,
Let me
but
tell you
Gucci
something.
Mane, but Gucci Mane lives by a different code, and it said that this week the feds basically came out and said that he was singing like Trey Songz.
So here's the thing. And Pooh Shiesty's entire family, circle, friends, confidants, everyone around him has failed him. I've heard his music.
Is it good?
Back in Blood, you know that song.
I've heard his music. Is it good? It's there. It exists. I'm not the target audience. I'm just not. He's not saying anything. It's almost like listen to again. Hey, he made. I I respect any guy that was able to make money off of whatever talent you got. I can't rap, so what do I know? But I've heard his music. I'm like, okay, I'm not his target audience. Gucci Man went to jail. He's what in his early 40s, 50s, no, mid 40s to 50s, something like that.
Yeah.
You
He's
telling me you gonna rob me? First of all, I don't talk about this with one of my homies today. You robbed him like he had 24 million on his person. That lets me know we know you ain't gonna be no astrophysicist. I tell you that. That lets me know like, the IQ isn't like going through the roof. He's not shocking anybody. That's one. Two, you just got out. Like you just got out, bro. And then you do something to go right back in. So you want to be around the dudes again with no okay, hey, to each their own, love who you love, be around who you want to be around, I guess. But I'm just like, bro, like what are we doing? Like what are we doing, B? Like what are we like bro, you got out, go make your bread, like fight it in court. I feel like at some point you have to take the things you learn from the streets and how do I legitimize it? If he owes me money, how can I get my bread back? You taking a Greyhound with your ankle monitor on to go rob Gucci, talk about where he's snitching. I'm telling too because I'm worth too much to be locked up. This is what he had on. This is what who was with him. This is what he ate because he was talking too close. So he had a double baconator from Wendy's and it smelled like he had a chocolate shake and he dipped his fry in there at 45 degrees. Like I'm telling everything because you got to go back to jail. And I feel like it's gonna be one thing where people will be wearing shirts, free Shicey. No, leave him in there. Leave him in there. We gotta stop saying free
some
people. We
I
gotta stop
said
saying
this
free people.
I said this in the text, but I said some people just ain't built for freedom.
Some people
Nah,
ain't built for freedom.
Pooch Icy is not built for freedom.
He's not.
He needs to go back where he excels, and he seems to excel in the things that will get you in jail.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. On top of that, his mom and his pop, they are proud of him. Brother, both sets of DNA have failed you. Because at the very least, if he's the cash cow, well, in order to get more cash, cash cow has to be free. I'm like, you know what? Throw the whole family tree away.
I don't know. He been watching Get Rich or Die Trying. That man made 50. That man made hits in prison.
I'm like, what are y'all doing, bro? But I'm just like, dude, you got people around you that don't care about your well-being, G. Like, what are you doing? Like, they want you to be locked up. All to be saying, like, you down the streets. What are y'all fighting? Y'all, I never understood growing up in the hood, bro. I never understood guys that wanted to be on the block. You fighting over blocks you don't own. You don't own. You don't own. Like that's what y'all fight. That's what you shoot and kill each other over blocks and street corners that you do not own. Because at any point, police, government can come in and take you out of it at any given point. You don't even own it enough to not be removed from it. I'm just like, you guys are all entrepreneurs. You guys are salespeople. Go work in tech. You'll make a killing in tech the way y'all can sell. You make a killing in tech. Just go work. Go be account executives or something. Go work for Nike and sell. Like, what are we doing? Just
Man,
I don't know if we hire ex felons.
yeah,
well,
yeah. I ever seen that Drewski skit where he's in prison and then at the end of it, he's on the phone with his lawyer. He said, "Nah."
Yeah.
He said, "Nah, I'm gonna do the whole 10."
Yeah.
They be acting like they enjoying prison. That's what I thought about when I seen the text. I said, "Who's a Pooh Shiesty?" I thought that was a hat you wear or something like that, or like a Scully.
Shiesty
yeah,
mask,
Shiesty
yeah.
Mask.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I thought that was that. But regardless of that, if you doing
It's
crime,
called that because of him.
oh,
Yeah,
makes sense. Makes okay.
Because it's what you put on to rob people, but football players
yeah,
wear when it's cold.
Makes
yeah.
sense. But if you are a known criminal and you're famous and you're doing it again, that just lets me know you enjoyed it in there. Whatever shenanigans are going on, I don't know nothing about. I don't want to know anything about. You enjoyed it in there a little bit too much.
Brother. His day, bro. They about to throw the book at you, G. Like they about to throw the book at you. They about to give this man 2 billion years. He 26. You 26, bro.
Dang.
You 26, and they about to throw you. They probably gonna give you so much time. By the time you get out, you know what I'm saying? Like you gonna be, I don't know, probably like what in your 40s or 50s. Like, bro, that's time you can't get back. Like if you want to be a rapper, bro. Like make money, find a way to get out your deal. You know what I'm saying? Like find like try to do. I'm not saying it's the most attractive option, and I'm not saying it's the option that's but it's better than trying to rob this man thinking that he got $25 million on his person. The crash out don't even make sense. I can understand the crash out that he got $24 million of yours. I do not understand the escalation of the crash out to go and rob him like he got it on his person. That's where I'm like, oh, okay, hey, man. I say a lot of these rappers, bro, I'm just like, all some of these rappers, I'm just like, I'm not y'all core audience because y'all ain't talking about nothing.
It's a different breed nowadays. I mean, you got Tekashi 6ix9ine passed the mantle down to NBA YoungBoy and Pooh Shiesty with some of these shenanigans.
I like NBA YoungBoy.
Some just ain't built for freedom. And
Bro, like look,
we'll
NBA young boy, when he in Utah, he in Utah just trying to live life, bro. I can respect any guy who's about that life and go like, brother, I'm done. I'm done with the life. I got my bread. I'm not trying to go back. I'm gonna just
Who
chill out.
knows?
I can respect it.
I bet you that lifestyle's treating NBA YoungBoy like Green Goblin and Spider-Man. That mask just looking at him, calling him, telling
Yeah.
Bro.
him, "Come on
Or
home, come on home."
or just like keeping a bait. If you go do it, I don't know, just be smart about it. Like, just be smart about it. Like, if you go after Gucci and you just got out, it it doesn't take a rocket science to know that the trail just might lead back to you. I'm just saying, like, let's just be smart about it. You know?
Well, he got a song that says, "I got my own fire, don't need security in the club," and that's him. But speaking
Well,
of fired, we just fresh off the press, Doc Rivers got fired,
Diddy,
which
right now.
that kind of felt like a long time coming. Yeah, yeah.
it's time, man. It's
How is the
here.
Bucks coach?
Let me tell you something. Respect to Doc
He
Rivers.
going back to broadcasting. He gonna be a broadcaster pretty soon again.
Let me tell you something. Look, respect to Doc, but he's been riding that 2008 Celtics championship for the
Long
life of
for a
it.
long time.
There's no
It's
one
He
time.
squeezed the
It's
juice out of
time.
that longer than any other coach.
He
there's
has.
that's
It's
had
time.
a second half of their career that's worse than Doc. The first half of his career, if you would have just cut it off, he would have been seen as one of the greatest coaches of all time. Getting the Clippers to the eighth seed, doing all these things with teams that have no business. He had only blown like two or three 3-1 leads at that point. The last 10 years, he's forever forgotten. Ever since he made the Hall of Fame as a coach, he's only gotten worse.
Yeah, pretty much that last year, the Clippers, whenever they were the 8th seed against the Warriors, he was getting some respect then. But since then, it's basically been downhill for him. And he's yeah, it's been a sad I won't say crash out, but it's been a sad kind of ending run for Doc Rivers. So we'll see where he ends up. I think he's done being a coach at least anytime soon.
ESPN. That's what
It's
it
dumb.
Yeah,
rings.
honestly. That's all he's got. But we're gonna go ahead and slide this thing on over to who put you on notice for the week. Marcus, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
Yes, sir. Amin Thompson. Boy, man, if if Ben if Amin Thompson had a jumper, he would be an all-star. Without a jumper, I think he is still going to be an all-star. He's what Ben Simmons aspired to do. He ain't got no jumper. He still dropped 41 on the head last week. I think he dropped like 9 and 8 as well. I think once KD finally leaves in about 2 to 3 years or whatever team gives Amin the reins, he's gonna go off, man. He's gonna be who Ben Simmons thought he could be. No jumper, still dominating, dropping 40 balls. Shout out to Ahmed.
That's
Right.
right. I'm gonna go Terrence Shannon Jr., man. Big guard from Illinois. And I feel like he's becoming the perfect backcourt mate to Ant. And I just feel like he's showing some potential. I mean, like I know like the what I know this game he got 6 right now, but what when he played the Rockets, he gave him 23. The Magic, he gave him 33. So I'm just like, man, like he I feel like he's that player for me right now is what's my other homie name? He on the Wizards. He had vein thrombosis. Cam Whitmore. Like if they get legit shots and they can actually take advantage of those shots, is like bro, like I think he could be a really good guard in this league. So I feel like he put me on notice, man. I feel like he could be a really good backcourt mate to Ant. You know what I'm saying? Be another good like kind of wing scorer to Ant. So I'm glad to see that he's kind of getting some burn to just show what he can do.
My who put you on notice is less of somebody who is on the rise and more somebody that's risen and his career is now setting because he's retiring from announcing. So Mark Jones just announced his last game, the Celtics versus the Magic. I know he's not maybe Chick Hearn or he doesn't go down with the Mike Breens of the world, but when you think about the longevity, this man's been a broadcaster for 30 years and he's given
Oh,
us some
broadcast.
of the best, so some of the best sayings ever. And I just got a quick list of some of the best ones. He invented the smoking on that pack,
Mm.
essentially saying the team's getting cooked. He says so much jelly it can't be jam. Fox, he's quicker than gossip. He said Jason Tatum's not always there when you call, but he's always on time. He said hotter than fish grease. So he's kind of like the Stuart Scott of the broadcast world. So Stuart Scott was that first anchor, Sports Center anchor that kind of talked to us as a community. I feel like Mark Jones is one of those dudes that was talking to us as black men and as black culture when it came to announcing games because Stuart Scott gave black men and black culture the space to exist within sportscasting and being an anchor, but broadcasting it still felt like you had to be, if you were going to be black, you had to be like Mike Tirico or Gus Johnson, when you had to basically kind of stay within the guardrails that they gave you. But Mark Jones showed that you can you can put it down for the culture the way that he did. So much respect to him. He's my put you on notice for this week.
Yes, sir. Nice.
Nice.
Shout out to Mark.
All right.
Shout out
So
Mark.
we're gonna move this thing over to the Stuck on the Boat draft. So we're gonna change it up a little bit this week. So I'm gonna explain the draft for those listening to the pod and those watching on YouTube. So the past couple weeks we went from doing the past 5 NBA drafts, and then we did our All NBA teams. We did our Rookie of the Year teams. This week we're gonna do the best team among the 9 and 10 seeds and the non-playoff teams. So essentially, we're taking the bottom half of the play-in, and we're taking those teams not making the playoffs, and we're going to draft from those teams who we think is going to be the best team heading into next year. And I'm getting angrier by the second because the Mavericks are up 24 points on the
Yes.
Bulls, and they're about to. We know the Grizzlies aren't beating the Rockets, so they're only hurting themselves. They should have dropped another game somewhere else. If they shouldn't have beat the Lakers last Sunday if they knew they were going to win this game like this. Disrespectful. But let's go ahead and keep it moving with this draft. Again, the order is Marcus is first, Darius is second. I'm gonna snake it with the third and fourth, and then we'll kick it back around.
Yeah, I'm writing these down for bragging rights because I know I'm gonna win this draft like usual, but we'll have proof of it next year. We're gonna start off with the first pick, and it's the most obvious. The Hornets barely slid to the ninth seed. They're 44 and 38, and they're definitely gonna be a top 6 team in the East next year. So Well, my first pick, the Charlotte Hornets.
I'm sick of you because I've been talking about the Hornets all season, and then you decide to. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Clippers. I'll go with the Clippers.
Why gonna be planting trees next year, huh?
Oh, it's
Yep.
getting tough
Peace.
after that.
Yep. It's getting spooky.
Uh, yeah, I really got to think about this because this is not fun.
No, it's not. This
Ooh,
is probably the worst draft we've done.
yeah. I'm gonna go with the Pacers because Tyrese Halliburton is gonna be healthy
Oh,
next year.
good one.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna have a top four pick because if they don't have a top four pick, they're giving it to the Clippers. So I'm gonna assume they're gonna have a top four pick. So actually, I think they're gonna be better than the two teams that you guys gave me.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Chill out.
Oh, they were in the finals just last year.
Even
The
a
only
blind
dude they're
squirrel,
missing from that team is Miles Turner,
even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. A
which
broken
is fine,
clock.
but it's not like they hadn't won playoff series before that. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get my second pick. So after the Indiana Pacers, I'm going to go with
Go ahead and pick the Mavs, man, so we can get this moving.
yeah. I mean, honestly,
Just pick the
even not
Mavs.
being not being biased, that's like
Yeah,
really the
you are
only team
being
I would pick.
biased. Go ahead.
Just
Who
pick the
else would I
Mavs.
pick? Like
No,
these
no, no.
teams,
We're not
these teams
giving
left
away
are
nothing.
garbage.
Bruh,
We're not giving away
Y'all
nothing.
left
Go
me,
ahead,
y'all
pick.
left me absolute basura. So I'm gonna take the
just
Dallas
pick
Mavericks.
just pick the Mavericks. Like we know who you're gonna pick. Just pick them.
Did
I'm
I or did I
gonna
not
go.
just say the Dallas Mavericks?
There was
I'm
all
gonna go.
lies, no
He
lie.
did, he did that whole soliloquy just to pick who he knew he was gonna pick.
I didn't do a
I,
soliloquy. Y'all were doing a soliloquy for me. I
I'm
picked
gonna
the
go
team
ahead
that
and
I thought was gonna be
go.
the best.
I'm gonna go with the Golden State Warriors.
Hey, yeah, I'm about to sweep this draft. I am definitely about to sweep this draft. I'm gonna go with the
You
team
say this every week, and then we'll look back at your draft and be like, dude,
killed,
Trash.
dominated every time.
you're
This
like
Trash.
you're the boy who cried wolf. If you say it
Yep.
every time, we don't believe you. You need more people.
this
I
time
don't believe.
I'm gonna have proof about this time next year. Utah
Uh-huh.
Jazz. That is my pick. The Jazz after that JJJ trade, they gonna be decent. I think they'll be in the play-in for sure next year. Um,
Okay, solid pick.
all these other teams are straight trash. The Miami Heat are never going to tank. So let's just go ahead and say the Miami Heat for my third pick.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go with New Orleans Pelicans.
Oh, glory to God.
I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bulls because if we know one thing, they regress to the mean every year. They may not be. I know they're not going to be in the bottom two or three. I know that much. So they'll end up somehow at worst the 11th seed next year. So I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls. Whew, and mm,
Definitely not sweet.
I guess give me
Brother, the rest of these teams are
give me
bad.
give me give me give me Memphis. I mean, I'm just going to bank on the fact that Ja's not going to get traded and they'll come back
All
with
right.
him healthy.
All right, cool. You got Memphis. I'm going Milwaukee.
Dang, y'all. You know what? I think y'all forgetting about the midseason trades, and I'm gonna finish this off with the Washington Wizards, man. AD and Trey, at least give me a shot somewhere in the dark.
That's fair.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair. All
uh,
right, so go ahead and call them out.
yeah, first pick was the Hornets. My second pick was the Jazz. Third pick was the Heat, and my last pick was the Wizards. Oh yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I got the Clippers, Warriors, Pelicans, and Bucks.
I got Indiana Pacers, Dallas Mavericks, Chicago Bulls, and Memphis Grizzlies. The one thing you failed to mention, Marcus, is Anthony Davis might not even play 20 games next year. So,
Yep,
in theory, on paper,
they should.
they should be better.
In application, totally different.
That is
But
a risk I'm willing to take.
but but
Hey, I
I guess when
respect
it
it.
comes to this draft, it's probably a chance worth taking.
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
that man will get a paper cut and miss 20 games.
That's so disrespectful.
Trey gonna be playing his heart out for a new contract, so I'm banking on that.
Oh, good old Trader Barge. Yeah. He'll
Wait,
he'll come back with a vengeance for
who
sure.
didn't get picked? The Kings and the Nets? Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds about right.
One of these days the Nets picks are gonna work out for him, but it ain't next year.
Yeah.
Well,
I
with
It,
that,
it, it,
fellas,
it ain't no time soon.
remember to like, rate, review, subscribe while we keep this boat afloat. And as always, float on.